welcome to this reflective presentation. My name is Matthew Hawkins and I am the current Digital and Research Analyst at News Corp Australia in Brisbane. This brief video will reflect and add insightful depth into my time at News Corp, and in particular, the drastic and somewhat revolutionary role it has played in my life over the past 4 months. For those of you who do not know who News Corp are, they are a multinational, multi-billion-dollar mass media publishing company with holdings all over the world. In particular, here in Australia, they publish titles such as Vogue, The Australian, GQ, The Courier Mail, News.com, The Wall Street Journal, and many more. In particular, for my internship, I was stationed in the advertising department of News Corp's Bowen Hills headquarters. So, having seen this internship posting up on the Blackboard site for our internship subject, the internship really intrigued me, as I knew about News Corp, but not so much about the advertising and digital side of their business. Furthermore, I thought that media and scheduling in particular was a strong aspect of my skill set, but digitally I really wanted to improve, so therefore I applied straight away. Applying through the internship Blackboard link, I sent off my resume and was lucky enough to get an interview the following week on the 25th of June. I was interviewed by Jenny Wong, my supervisor, in the cafe at News Corp headquarters, and having stepped through the doors at News Corp headquarters, I was blown away with the sheer size of the company and the structure. Needless to say, I was incredibly nervous but excited, and the interview ran smoothly. The very next day, Jenny herself rang me and offered me the position. The excitement and sheer relief as the pessimistic thinker that I am to have secured an internship as prestigious as this was truly one of the best feelings in the world. She informed me that I would start in the first week of semester 2 in the digital media department, reporting and working with Jenny directly. Now I could go on to explain what my role was for the first 6 weeks, but here's Jenny, my wonderful and intelligent supervisor, now to explain my day-to-day role and her role in particular.
Jenny Wong, Agency Digital Strategist. My job title is to sort out any issue with the agency team, digital's planning and schedule, and sometimes is even contacting the internal parties and try to solve problems and make things work for us. So when you were in digital, is more to be part of the digital team, maybe start on looking how to check avails, help out with basic schedule, so if people give you a brief, you will be able to kind of do the basic schedule for the client, and also sometimes attend our meeting to learn more about our digital products. Yeah.
Working with Jenny for the first 6 weeks was daunting but incredibly educational, fun, insightful and challenging. In digital portfolios at QT, for example, we learned the very basics of digital software. At News Corp, however, I was thrown into the deep end using DFP and ad point software to construct schedules for clients such as Leaf Shield, Bell Property Group, and a number of others here in Brisbane and in Townsville. And then I was moved into the Research and Insights department from then until now, as Jenny was going on holidays. This step up was really good for me, as it allowed me to have a real-world experience and a more in-depth understanding of how important research, and in particular insights, play in client proposals and presentations. At first I was slow and my presentations were basic, but as the weeks went on I improved considerably, and the client research and insights I created have been utilised in winning News Corp key accounts including Brisbane City Council, Mary Lane Apartments, Michael Hill, Shaver Shop and Cody Live. The most significant point, however, of my internship came at the end of week 10. Finishing up for the day, it was the mid-semester break, and as such, I pushed my stereotypical fear to the side and approached Mark Power, Head of Strategy and an incredibly intelligent out-of-the-box thinker. I simply asked if I could come in an extra day that week, as I had some free time. It was a mid-semester break and I wanted to get as much hands-on experience as I could. Now, what he said back to me, I will never forget. He turned to me and told me that hypothetically I could come in 5 days a week if I really wanted to. Now, to him this might have seemed like a very simple answer, but to me, this showed a great amount of faith he had in me and my ability to integrate and work at a level he was confident in. I think looking forward, and in hindsight, I'm definitely walking away from this internship very confident in my abilities. I feel like I can integrate now into any job I really want to work in. I think News Corp has given me that confidence and the trust they've given me, whether it be Jenny with digital or Mark, Phoebe, Liam, Kat, Joanna, Fleur, and Sarah in the insights team, you know, they're all instilled in me confidence to go out there and really achieve what I want to do, and that's a really big part of going out into the workforce. I find to have that confidence instilled in you by mentors is incredibly important. It's something I won't forget. So 3 pieces of advice. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to integrate. You know, you're there for a small amount of time. Do as much as you possibly can to make a good impression. You know, a reference will go a long way, or it might even turn into a job. I think secondly, reflect upon your daily activities. Helps just cement the process in your brain, and you'll learn it quicker. It's much like studying for an exam, but real world application, which is incredibly vital. And finally, I think one that I've been taught from a very young age, and that is, you know, show up early and leave late. It just provides them with a perspective that you're ready to work and you really want to integrate, and you know, you work hard, and I think that is one of the biggest aspects of finding a job in the industry. So News Corp, if you're watching this, everyone, thank you so much for changing my life. When I make $1 million, I'll be sure to give you half.